So you click this video because you want to know which are the best firepowers within Palworld. Well, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 of the best firepowers in Palworld based off the base attack strength, as well as giving you a deep dive into each power looking at their work suitability, defense, HP, overall speed, and going through each ability they learn whilst leveling up. And if you stick around to the end, I will reveal the most powerful firepower in Palworld. I'll give you a hint, it's not this guy. But before we get started, I want you to know this video is going to be a deep dive into each power I show. So if there is a specific power you want to see now or come back to, I've put the timestamps in the description below. Otherwise, kick back and relax and let's get into it. The first power we're going to review is Ragnahawk. The power deck description reads, some think it's related to Beacon, but there is in fact no connection. It mainly eats rocks, and after many long years, its beak and head have become hardened to accommodate its diet. This description is obviously a joke by the devs because I don't know if you've ever seen Beacon, but it's literally a copy of Ragnahawk, but with a slight variation. Like a lot of the powers I'm going to mention today, you can locate this power in the Mount Obsidian region located far southwest of the world map. Once you have arrived at the island, then it can spawn anywhere on the southern and western shores. There are other powers that spawn on the shore that are between the levels of 30 and 40, so if you're not quite ready to face them yet, you can breed Ragnahawk from as early as level 19 using a Nightwing and an Elizabeth. The great thing about Ragnahawk is that he is mountable with the saddle being unlocked at level 37 and requires 25 leather, 15 cloth, 20 ingots, 20 flame organs and 25 paladin fragments. From data mining, we know that the base damage of Ragnahawk before any IVs, EVs or level ups are applied is 105. The defense is 120. The HP is 95. And it has a mounted travel speed of 1,300. We can see the type of work that Ragnahawk is suitable for is both kindling and transporting, both of those being at level 3. However, because this power has 2 types of jobs, this will mean that sometimes it will get distracted. The partner skill is meh unless you're going for a character damage build using guns. The partner skill will turn all your attacks into fire-based attacks. So this is the list of abilities Ragnahawk can learn. Notable mentions from this list are Sand Tornado with a power of 80 versus a cooldown of 18 seconds, and one of the strongest fire attacks Fireball with the power of 150 and a cooldown of 55 seconds. Moving on to the next power in our list, which is Blazehowl Nocturnal. Now, if you're new to Palworld, you might not know that there are nocturnal versions of some powers which have an abbreviation of Noct in their name. Blazehowl Noct is mostly identical to Blazehowl except for some notable distinctions. Its flames that it exhibits all over its body are vivid blue colour complemented by violet coloured horns protruding from its head. It also has blue stripes on its fur, different from its original colours, yellow, orange and red. As well as a colour variation, the nocturnal version of this power has an additional 5 attack than its original counterpart. When fighting with this power, you'll want to keep top of mind that it will have 2 weaknesses since it is both a dark and fire type. Blazehowl will be weak to both dragon and water attacks. So Blazehowl Nocturnal can only be found at night and can be seen more frequently all over the Mount Obsidian region. Unfortunately, you cannot access this power early, as the only viable way to breed this power is by catching the original Blazehowl and breeding it with Foulbat, which if you already have access to Blazehowl, then you are able to catch the Nocturnal version by just waiting for nightfall. Blazehowl Nocturnal can be ridden, and to do this you will need to unlock the saddle at level 35. The saddle will cost you 36 leather, 36 ingots, 60 fibre, 24 flame organs and 35 paladin fragments. Blazehowl Nocturnal has an attack of 115, 80 defense, HP of 105 and a mount speed of 900. This power has 2 jobs it can perform. It has level 1 kindling, level 2 lumbering, making this power ideal for gathering wood. Blazehowl's partner skill, Dark Flame Lion, will increase the drop rates and quality of items dropped from powers who have a classified type of neutral. Blazehowl is able to learn one of the most powerful dark abilities, Dark Laser, which has a base power of 150, but balanced with a huge cooldown time of 55 seconds. It is also able to learn one of the strongest fire abilities already discussed when we spoke about our previous power, Ragnahawk. Just to recap, this ability also has a power of 150 with a cooldown of 55. Our next frightful power we are going to be discussing is Vanwrym. Personally, Vanwrym is one of my favourite powers to use early to mid game, and I think the description is pretty cool. The melodies of a flute made from the exoskeleton of Vanwrym are said to cross whole mountain ranges in ages past. Such flutes were used to signal an attack. You can imagine some tribe of humans on top of the Mount Obsidian whistling their flutes as they fly down from the mountain to attack the other regions of the world. This is awesome. It's important to note that Vanwrym is both a fire and dark type of power, so it will have two weaknesses. One weakness is to water and the other weakness being to dragon type powers. If you want to catch this power early on in the game, you're better off flying to the Ascetic Falls region of the map, located just west of Windswept Hills. Otherwise, if you're into the mid to late game, Vanwrym can be found day or night flying in pairs all over the Mount Obsidian region. If you want to get Vanwrym early, you can breed both a Grisbolt and a Rushaw together. You are able to mount Vanwrym at level 21 after unlocking Vanwrym saddle for 2 technology points. For 20 leather, 10 flame organs, 15 ingots, 30 fibre, and 20 Palindom fragments. It's important to note you will also need the saddle if you wish to unlock the power's partner skill, Aerial Marauder. With Vanwrym's partner skill, you can increase any damage a player deals to the enemy weak points, such as the head or even limbs of some powers. The base stats for this power are 115 attack, 90 defense, 90 HP, and 850 mount speed. With level 3 transporting, this PAL is ideal if you need a large amount of resources transported quickly to chests. Otherwise, it also has kindling, which will enable it to craft items such as ingots and base, although there are better PALs suited for this. As well as being able to learn 2 of the most powerful moves in the game, Dark Laser and Fireball at level 50, Vanwrym can learn Nightmare Ball at level 30, which has a power score of 100 and a cooldown of 30 seconds, and this move looks pretty cool when flying across the screen. Coming in red hot next is Blazamut. This power deck description reads, legend says it was born during a volcanic eruption. A strange group even claims that this continent is laid upon the back of a giant Blazamut. So if you fancy a huge volcanic beast with rocks for hands, then why not pick Blazamut and give him a try? So there are 2 locations to find a Blazamut. One is the number 3 wildlife sanctuary located north of the desiccated desert. The other location will be in Mount Obsidian, just west of the Seabreeze Archipelago region. However, this will be a boss version of PAL and significantly harder to battle. You won't be able to breed this PAL any earlier due to one of the breeding partners having to be itself. We can see from the stats that Blazamut has the most impressive stats we've seen so far, with its attack being at 125, defense at an impressive 120, and HP sitting at 100. To round it off, this PAL has a mount speed of 900. What really sets this PAL apart though is its partner skill, Magma Kaiser. This skill activates when Blazamut is mounted, increasing the damage of all its fire-based abilities. Blazamut's saddle can be unlocked at level 38 for the cost of 4 tech points, and the materials you will need will be 30 leather, 20 ingots, 40 Palindom, and 30 refined ingots. Blazamut can perform both mining and kindling tasks, with its mining being at level 4 and its kindling being at level 3. If you've been watching this video for its full entirety, you will know by now Fireball is one of the most powerful fire attacks in the game. However, what is surprising with this PAL is that it learns it at level 40, 10 levels earlier than the average. Blazamut will learn Rock Lance, the most powerful ground attack in the game, with a power score of 150 and a cooldown time of 55 seconds. Finally, if you have made it to the end of the video, I'm now going to reveal the most powerful fire PAL that you're going to want to catch right now after this video. The most powerful fire PAL is Jormuntide Ignis. Wow, this PAL is seriously strong, with the best base attack stats out of all the PALs shown so far. The description reveals some exciting lore, reading, legend says Jormuntide Ignis was once a warrior who, after being wrongly convicted and cast into the volcano, returned as this PAL to destroy those who wronged him. I wonder if you fly over to Mount Obsidian, if there's any reference to this PAL or lore anywhere. If you find anything, let me know in the comments down below. Jormuntide Ignis is a fire and dragon type PAL, which will mean it will have 2 weaknesses like other PALs we have mentioned through this video. The 2 weaknesses will be water, which is obvious one, but also because it's a dragon type, you'll have a weakness to ice. However, this isn't so bad as it seems, because obviously fire is super effective against ice, so you'll have no worries there. Come on guys, these stats are amazing. 130 attack damage, 100 defense with 130 HP. This PAL is a beast. The only thing that slightly lets this PAL down is its mount speed of 700. This POW can only be found within the Wildlife Sanctuary 2 that is located north of the Mount Obsidian region. When you're next to Jormuntide, he usually won't attack you, which will allow you to get into a good position before battling. You won't be able to breed any POWs to get this POW early, as you can only breed this POW using itself. This will also make it very difficult to get all the best traits you want with him, as you won't be able to pass on Elemental Lord, Emperor traits, or Legend traits. So if you want to breed the ultimate fire POW, you might want to stick with Blazamut instead. The saddle for this POW is unlocked at level 43 at a cost of 2 tech points and will cost 36 leather, 60 fibre, 60 ingots, 24 flame organs, and 48 paladin fragments. And you will want the saddle as it ties into unlocking Jormuntide Ignis's partner skill, which is Stormbringer Lava Dragon, which works similar to Blazamut's partner skill in that when mounted, it increases its fire-based attacks. Jormuntide has only one job it's suited to at base, that is kindling, with its kindling being at level 4. Having one job it can do means it won't get distracted trying to do other jobs around the base. So what makes this POW awesome is that right off the bat it can naturally learn 3 high damage abilities that have 3 different element types, making it versatile in battle. You have Dragon Meteor, one of the strongest dragon attacks in the game with 150 power, the famous Fireball attack being one of the strongest fire attacks in the game, and finally you have Tri-Lightning, an electrical attack that deals a respectable 90 damage for a cooldown of 22 seconds. So there you have it, the strongest fire pal in the game by base stats is Jormuntide Ignis. I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into some of the strongest fire pals in the game. If the video was helpful in any way, please give me a like and a subscribe to my channel to find more Palworld content.